Hi guys, welcome back to Is It Just Me Or? This is Nikki here. In today's episode, we will be talking about YouTube. Is it just me or has YouTube gone downhill? Now, for those of you who do not know, who are not watching this on YouTube, I am a YouTuber. I have been around YouTube for making it as a career for the last 3 years. I have been on YouTube since 2009. But I started getting serious back in 2015, about 2015, back when my son was born. And just right before the crash and fall of YouTube, because we had the crash of YouTube back in, I think 2016, January or February 2016. I'm not entirely sure. It may have been January. Anyway, after being on YouTube for as long as I have switched up my game. I have switched up exactly what I'm doing, trying to figure out the ever-changing algorithm to YouTube. And with almost 25,000 subscribers on one channel and almost 1,000 on another, I'm pretty sure that, numbers have changed by the time that you're listening to this. But, yeah, there is a lot that I have worked through. There's a lot that my YouTube friends have worked through. And a lot of my friends have been actually very successful because they figured out exactly what they need to do for YouTube. They figured out the tag system, they figured out the algorithm, and what it is that they need to do in order to make money. But for those of us who still have not really actually figured it out, it's a pain. It's a really big pain because back in the day when YouTube, used to be what it was back when ads were $20 per 1,000 views and such and such. You could make a living off of it. You can still make a living off of it today, but the chances of actually doing that now are so incredibly hard, mostly because YouTube has in place a new rule to where you need to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Now, everybody who is actually, attempting to do this knows that the 4,000 hours of watch time comes easy. It is the easiest thing that you can possibly do on YouTube is get your watch time. Just tag your stuff right and, make a thumbnail in which people would want to click on. Now, I don't exactly know where I'm going to go with this podcast exactly, but if you are listening on YouTube, please think about clicking the links in the description down below to go listen on Spotify and wherever else it may be available. iTunes, whatever links are in the description down below. Go check it out there. That really helps me when you guys actually go and support me on Spotify and iTunes and Anchor as well. So, anyway, back to doing the whole YouTubing scenario. I do plan on bringing in my cousin, who's also a YouTuber. She has 215 subscribers as of right now. She is a video game streaming channel, and I'll leave a link to her channel in the description down below too. Once again, if you're watching this on YouTube, links in the description down below. So, anyway, back to the whole, people have figured it out for the most part. I know that people are really not happy with the way YouTube has been presenting themselves lately, and that's been shown in the news where, one woman went and actually shot up a YouTube facility because of demonetizations, which was in fact informed when, they actually dug and figured stuff out. They kept it mostly out of the news, but a lot of YouTubers were able to actually figure it out, and they did, not interviews, but they reported it. They were like, hey, this is why it happened, because she was majorly demonetized and just snapped and couldn't take it anymore, which she's not the first YouTuber to actually snap and not be able to take it. There have been a lot of YouTubers that have actually left YouTube, and there have been a lot of YouTubers that have actually, from what I have heard through the grapevine, have actually ended their life because they were so successful in making such a living that they just spiraled into a downward depression and just could not take it anymore, which is sad to hear. It really, really is. But for those of us that are still around, and for those of us who are struggling, the best thing that I can say is to not give up. The best thing that I can tell you to do is to publish daily, because that seems to be what really gets a YouTube channel up and off the ground is if you publish daily. You have to publish daily. I cannot stress that enough. Publish daily and make sure that you actually tag your things. You tag your videos well. Excuse me, I'm going to take a drink real quick. I get thirsty when talking a lot, okay? I think anybody gets thirsty when they talk a lot. But looking over videos, a lot of key tags is what you need. And it's different for everybody. My first channel that I actually started, trying to make money off of, which is Nikki Doodle, here on YouTube, is a little under 25,000 subscribers. Now, tags and really, really well-made thumbnails is what gets, views. And that's all well and said, but here as of late, it just seems like videos are not being pushed out like they should. I know YouTube has changed up their algorithm several times to where the first time all you needed to do was have your watch time. You had your watch time, they would push you out. But now it seems as of late that if people aren't constantly watching your content, it's not suggested to them, even though, they may be subscribed and that bell button's clicked and turned on and they have all notifications on. It's still not getting out there, which is completely ridiculous. Now what YouTube seems to go by is, let's say that I'm watching Nikocado Avocado on YouTube, which he's a mukbang YouTuber. If I'm watching him versus, watching a bunch of Markiplier videos, if I'm watching Nikocado Avocado on YouTube, and I'm subscribed to both people, I'm subscribed to Markiplier and Nikocado Avocado, but I watch Nikocado Avocado's videos more than I do Markiplier's, I will not get suggested Markiplier's videos. Same way with I'm subscribed to PewDiePie, but I may watch more Markiplier videos. PewDiePie will not show up in my subscription feed at all, and it will be mostly Markiplier and whoever else that I mainly watch, which I think is complete and total, excuse the language, but it's bullshit. And YouTube needs to get it fixed. I know that they're not going to get it fixed because Lord knows everybody who watched YouTube Rewind of 2018, I think we're at like 5 million thumbs downs on it now and barely 2 million thumbs ups. That's how sick people are with YouTube. And I know a lot of people go on and say, well, these people made up their minds that they're going to dislike the video before even watching it. It wasn't even the video. It was the fact that people are so done with YouTube and so upset with YouTube that they already had it in their mind that, yeah, we're going to dislike the video to get YouTube's attention. And also, what was up with YouTube Rewind? I mean, I understand that Will Smith is a YouTuber, but when you think of Will Smith, or at least when I think of Will Smith, I don't think, oh yeah, he's a really good YouTuber. I think, oh yeah, he's in, Hollywood and I Am Robots and, I Am Legend and, things like that. I think of Will Smith as the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, not, oh yeah, hey, Will Smith is on YouTube, let's go check him out. No, he's a Hollywood actor. He should not have been in YouTube Rewind 2018 because when you think of YouTube, you should think of YouTubers, not, celebrities, which I know Liza Koshy is now on Nickelodeon, but she started off on, where is it? YouTube and Vine. I mean, technically, I think she started off on Vine, but she's on YouTube. She migrated from Vine to YouTube, and if I'm wrong on that, if you're on YouTube, comment in the comment section down below. Pretty sure she started out on Vine. Excuse me while I take another drink. And also another big theme that I realized in YouTube Rewind 2018 was they did the same thing in YouTube Rewind 2017. They threw in a slew of YouTubers that nobody knew who the hell they were and decided just to go with it. Now, in YouTube 2017, the YouTubers that we actually know got like barely even seconds of YouTube. Like, you would have to, I literally had to pause the video in order to find, like, Deji. KSI, I found right away. I think Markiplier was one of those people where, like, hey, there's Markiplier. Was Jacksepticeye in 2017? I think he was. I think he was controlling Mark and the gang. I think that was that YouTube Rewind. Pretty sure. Not really, but pretty sure. But yeah, this year they threw in a lot of people who, people didn't know. And what the hell was up with all the Fortnite dancing? I understand that we, quote unquote, got to pick what was in YouTube Rewind this year. But obviously, we didn't. There was no PewDiePie. There was no Mr. Beast. There was a heck of a lot of Fortnite dancing. And also that one scene, I have to stress on it. Why in the world were they dancing in what looked like the Suicide Forest? I mean, is it just me? Or did it look like they were Fortnite dancing in the Suicide Forest? I know that they referenced a lot of, events that happened in 2018, but I swear to God, whatever the forest is, nobody else is going to contradict it with anything but when Logan Paul went into the Suicide Forest and found the body, and then they're like, hey, instead of doing that, let's have them, dance like morons in the Suicide Forest, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's not what their intention was, but that's basically what happened. That's what it turned out to be. That's what it turned out to look like. I don't know how many comments I read on YouTube Rewind where people were asking, are they Fortnite dancing in the Suicide Forest? Enough people put two and two together to where it made it look like that, and that's on YouTube. That's really on YouTube. Another thing that I have to say about YouTube Rewind was not only did they put in people who, we didn't know who the hell they were. I have watched, I don't know how many videos where they cut out people who, nobody knows who they were. They cut them out, and I have seen videos anywhere from 12 seconds long to 57 seconds long of just, hey, we know this YouTuber. It was ridiculous. Now, there were some YouTubers that I knew that, were obviously cut out. But, you had your big name YouTubers in there. You had Markiplier. You had Liza Koshy. You had, what's his name? Ninja. They threw in Marshmello in there, which, I mean, did he technically start out on YouTube? I'm not exactly sure if Marshmello actually started out on YouTube or if he was just in the music business. But when I think of YouTube, I mean, I do think of Marshmello. I mean, that is one of the things that I do tie in Marshmello with is YouTube. I don't actually think of him as an artist per se. I think of him as his music on YouTube, versus Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I Am Legend, I Am Robot, things like that. So yeah, I do think that Marshmello is a YouTuber. Comment down below if you guys disagree. Educate me. I like to be educated when I am able to. I get very thirsty when I talk a lot. I don't really talk a lot as it is, so when I actually talk, it's like, whoa, your mouth's dry, hello. But on top of the whole slew of, we don't know these YouTubers, there were YouTubers that, we wanted in there that, for obvious reasons weren't going to be in there, like PewDiePie. He pissed off YouTube long time ago, so he obviously wasn't going to be in there, but his chair was in there. That one animation where the girl is spinning around in the chair and then flips all the way back, that is PewDiePie's chair, everybody. Let's give a round of applause to, I think her name is Jaden Animations, I think. I'm not sure, not entirely sure. Don't hate me on that. I don't watch that animator. But, kudos to them for putting in PewDiePie's chair. I was highly disappointed that the start of the video did not start with PewDiePie clapping and saying year review. That was, I was expecting that. I was expecting YouTube to, get their heads out of their asses and actually do that. But no, But anyway, going back to where I was originally going with the whole, they threw in a slew of YouTubers that we didn't, know. That was because I heard this, through the grapevine on YouTube, that a lot of YouTubers in protest against YouTube for the way that they've been, declined being in YouTube Rewind. Now, obviously, PewDiePie, can't be in YouTube Rewind because YouTube basically hates PewDiePie at this point in time. But a lot of YouTubers that, you know, like Jacksepticeye wasn't in it, but I'm pretty sure that's because was on tour or something during the filming. I'm not exactly sure. Or he might be protesting against YouTube, which I'm actually surprised that Markiplier was in YouTube with Make-A-Wish Foundation, because Markiplier recently released a video saying how YouTube does not care about its subscribers and its viewers and its people that, you know, produce videos. Its users. YouTube just does not care about its users. So I was very surprised that Markiplier was in YouTube Rewind. That's a big thing that shocked me. But also, like, Liza Koshy's ex, David, what's his face? I can't remember exactly right now. He wasn't in YouTube Rewind. What are they? Wretched and Link weren't in YouTube Rewind. You know, Jacksepticeye wasn't in YouTube Rewind. A lot of, you know, Matt Stoney wasn't in YouTube Rewind. There was a lot of YouTubers that were just not in YouTube Rewind, and for various reasons, I guess that they were, not all the YouTubers that I mentioned, but for various reasons, YouTubers that, you know, you thought were going to show up in YouTube Rewind did not, due to protesting against YouTube, which, you know, YouTube should have seen that coming. And also the message in YouTube Rewind, not only was it 10 minutes of Fortnite dancing, 10 minutes of, oh my god, I just want to gouge my eyes out, but there was also not, it was not as hype as what we had all, you know, had been led to, you know, believe. I mean, yeah, you know, everybody's sitting around a campfire and, you know, they're saying how thankful they are and how Gabby's like, I'm so proud of this community. Gabby, what community? We're either all at each other's throats or we're at YouTube's throats. There's very little community to be said anymore. And honestly, I can name a good amount of communities, but as of right now, the communities have went downhill due to YouTube. YouTube is just crashed and burned. On top of not paying, you know, what they used to, because the Wall Street Journal and PewDiePie and Logan Paul and this and that and that and this. A lot of ads pulled out. We've had, I think, like 3 apocalypses with YouTube. But the thing that makes me maddest the most, the thing that makes me most mad, is that these ads will pull out, okay? The ads pull out. You know, we're no longer getting paid, you know, $20 per, you know, 1,000 views, you know, whatever you were getting paid back in the day, you're no longer getting paid anymore, unless you're super duper special for whatever reason. You know, a lot of people are having to sell merch, they're having to sell books, music, you know, whatever they can do, sponsorships, anything that they can do to get money. But around the holidays, all the ads that pulled out of YouTube magically reappear. Why is that? Why do companies that say, okay, we're no longer going to be doing YouTube, so you guys can, you know, screw off? Target, Walmart. I have seen ads for just any ad that had pulled out prior has magically returned for the holidays. You know why that is? Because our generation, the millennials, the new generation, and I'm pretty sure that the generation prior to the millennials, they are all on YouTube. You know, they are all on the internet. The internet is the place to advertise your stuff. I don't watch TV anymore. I have Netflix and Hulu, and that is what I watch. I watch Netflix, Hulu, and the occasional YouTube, because I'm a YouTuber. I watch YouTube. And they know that in order to get their product pushed out, they have to advertise on the internet and YouTube. So what makes me mad is that, you know, ads originally pulled out because, oh, well, YouTube is not a family-friendly place, and YouTube is just so bad for people, and we don't want to advertise our stuff on YouTube. But when it comes to money, when it comes around to the holidays, lo and behold, they're back on YouTube. And I cannot stress enough those stupid TikTok ads. Thank you, TikTok, for you know, being put on my videos, but you're on every single video. How much do you pay to be advertised per video? I would like to know, because literally you are on every single video that I click on. Dear God. It's everywhere. TikTok is everywhere. You cannot escape TikTok. There are YouTubers that are reviewing TikTok. There are YouTubers that are doing TikTok themselves. I have to take a drink because I'm talking so much. TikTok's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. You cannot escape TikTok / Musical.ly, which I have no idea why Musical.ly, changed their name to TikTok, but oh well, it makes them money, I guess. Anyway, like I said in the beginning of this video, I plan on diving deeper once I have my cousin here to talk with, because I can only talk about so much by myself. And if you guys haven't figured out, I tend to ramble a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and end this here. Like I said, if you guys would please click the link in the description down below. If you guys are watching on YouTube, please go support. If you guys are, listening on one of the links that have been provided, or you guys have found me through, SoundCloud, iTunes, whatever. Thank you guys so much for sticking through and listening, and please think about following me. And go check out the YouTube channel, Nikki Doodle. I upload podcasts. I'm trying to do it weekly now. I'm trying to do it at least once a week. And podcasts will be uploaded here, wherever you're listening at, as well. And thank you guys so much for watching and listening. I'm so used to doing YouTube. Thank you so much for watching is one of my YouTube endings. So 3 years of doing that. You're not watching, you're listening. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I hope it wasn't too, drawn on, or, you at least had some background, noise to it. I mean, if you are watching on YouTube, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think that YouTube has. If you guys agree that YouTube has just went downhill. I mean, I'm having to podcast now, which is something that I've always wanted to do, but I never thought that it would actually come to me doing podcasting on other websites. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for listening. And I'll see you guys in the next video or podcast. So thanks, guys. Bye.